Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. So, this is going to be for the 20th to the 26th of October. Now, I pulled you out an animal spirit already, and you guys have the octopus. Now, when this card specifically comes in, it can represent someone around you. So, just pay attention to this energy, okay? I'm going to read it out of the book like I do. And this says the octopus signifies a wonderfully perspective mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships, period. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that what's oh my god, that woo, I'm not gonna restart this. I'm gonna just collect myself because we're all flawed. May that be a lesson for all of us. Okay. Just to show you that, you don't have to start again because everyone will love you unconditionally. Hopefully, anyway. Anyway, the octopus entwines itself in other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries, be patient and firm. It may be maybe a very old habit to change. So someone or you, I don't know what it is, you let me know, could be a bit clingy or a bit needy or lacking courage, getting involved in other people's business, for example. So yeah. Usually the octopus comes in when someone might just be poking you and just wanting details, right? Could be a bit of a gossipy person or someone who's trying to get involved, right? So let's just figure it out. I'm going to leave that as that. That's the octopus who wanted to come in for you. Anyways, let's see. What's going on for Aquarius during this week? Let's see. Okay, all that glitters. So this card came out for someone else. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was... Maybe Capricorns. Maybe you have that in your chart as well. Or there could be something in that reading. But all that glitters kind of has a saying here that not all that glitters is gold. Meaning that not everything on the surface or things that are superficial really are actually of deep value, right? So it could be that maybe you're prioritizing the wrong thing. Some of you could be comparing yourself to other people, for example, and what people are doing online, for example, but you don't really know. That's just a surface layer. You don't really know what's going on within them, right? So you're comparing yourself to someone who could be very miserable with their life, right? So it's almost a little reminder for you guys during this week that some things are much deeper than what's on the surface. And sometimes it's going to be about money as well. Sometimes we feel like the money is what's really going to make us happy when really maybe it's the purpose, maybe it's the passions that you have for whatever it is. Could be in your job. It could also be about people, right? Maybe you're really craving someone, but they might not be very good for you. So it's that kind of thing that maybe not all it is what it seems ultimately. I'm going to pull you another one out. Let's see. Sorry. What's going on in your reading? I'm just like relaxed. Maybe I feel safe around you, Aquarius. Anyway, let's see. What's going on for Aquarius during this week? It's a mystery card. I can't see it yet. A fork in the road. Interesting. So this comes in when we kind of reach a point where we might need to change direction or make a big decision. And usually when we're in a fork in the road, we don't really know where to go. Interesting. And I feel like this octopus is a distraction. Who is this? I'm going to try and find out. Let's get you some more cards because I just want to dive into the tarot, but I have some oracles for you. What's going on for Aquarius during this time? Self-discovery. Love that for you. You're really... And forgiveness. Okay. Oh my God. Forgiveness is needed. Just finding peace, calling your power back to yourself and not allowing your past to determine your future. And then you have self-discovery, which is base chakra as well, which is all about your identity, how you show up in the world could be changing. And maybe that's what that all that glitters is. Maybe the fork in the road too, where you guys are reaching a point in your life, Aquarius, where you're really being called to not only focus on your external image, but to shine through in your internal. I don't know what to say about that. I feel like, what can I say? Most people shine externally, but they have a horrible inner self, right? They don't believe in themselves. They don't like other people or whatever. They're just not very nice people. Whereas you, Aquarius, your, I guess, challenge during this week is to find the light within and let that be, what shines outwardly. because it will. I don't know, I'm just seeing like a transparent body and everyone's trying to, make their outsides look all glossy so that you can't see what's inside. And for you, I feel like I just want you to be bare, not worry about your external image, because whatever your inside is will be the first thing that shows up. I don't know. What does this mean? I feel like this is about you just acknowledging who you are. Again, self-discovery, as we say, releasing your external image and really starting to work on your internal. And that could again just be who you are within, right? Maybe you've been a bit more angry lately, and maybe I don't know, it could be anything. You might be feeling certain things that you or doing certain things or having certain beliefs that you just don't really align with. So on the outside, maybe trying to cover it up. But what Spirit's asking for you during this week is to address it. Address what's going on within you, because not only are you going to discover where it's coming from and maybe some hidden belief systems that you didn't realize you had, but I do feel like it's really going to help you make a decision, because there's a right decision here, a direction to go in, and it most likely is about following your authentic self. Okay, let's dive into your tarot, because that was a bit deep and I want to figure out what they mean. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for Aquarius during this week? What is that? Temperance, which is about taking a bit of a time out to really balance things in your life. So that could be about working things out, figuring things out for yourself. Who are you? And the Four of Cups. Okay. So Four of Cups comes in when we feel a bit jaded or bored with life, Sometimes this is a stagnant card, but as I've been saying, like with all that glitters and fork in a road, it feels a bit like you've been moving, but it's not been aligned to yourself. So the Temperance card is usually an angel, which is kind of asking you to come into your, I want to say your natural form. What am I speaking about? I want you to take a time out during this week to really reflect on what's going on and why you feel a certain way, especially if you've been feeling like really out of whack lately, because there's probably a reason behind it. There might be some feelings that you're not really addressing, that you might be rejecting new things because you're stuck in a comfort zone. Temperance feels a little bit like that juggling within you. Not needing to rush, really trying to fix or figure out what's going on here. Let's dive in. Let's see, why is Temperance the message that you want to share with Aquarius? Why is Temperance here? Page of Pentacles, that's about learning something new. Learning something new, that could be about courses and stuff like that, but it feels like to me about like a fresh, new, clean slate. Temperance. Two of Cups, which is about soulmates, and then Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are going to have an opportunity come up, so I feel like in a way they want you to spend some time on yourself right now. And as you're doing that and having patience, I feel like an opportunity is going to come your way, especially a work opportunity, for sure. Some of you could be love. Some of you, you could be mending a relationship where things might have been a bit heated. You guys might have been clashing lately. You got different ways of dealing with conflict, for sure. It feels a bit like someone's going to make an offer here for stability, to start fresh, right? To do things and to learn a bit better about how to do things together. So this is very beautiful for relationships. Eight of Pentacles, whatever this is, it requires a bit of work, but it will give you rewards. And why is the Four of Cups here? Eight of Swords reversed. Why is the Four of Cups here for Aquarius? The Five of Wands. So this is about conflict. And I wonder if the Eight of Swords, well, so you're feeling a bit conflicted. Some of you are definitely being called to take a time out, especially if an environment has been a bit conflicting, right? Four of Cups can sometimes be rejection, or it feels a bit like you're avoiding something because you know that it can be conflictive. But the Eight of Swords reversed usually is about feeling stuck, but in reverse it feels a little bit like you're not stuck. You're choosing something. Why is the Four of Cups here? The Four of Wands. Something that I'm getting here, I feel a bit like you're being picky, but in a good way. Does that make sense? Like that could be who you want to work with, and maybe that's why Temperance is here, is because you guys are at the moment maybe not feeling the best, right? Four of Cups is not really anything like the Ten of Cups, but it feels a little bit like understanding that this moment is creating space for the right thing to come through. And that could be love, right? That could be a career, like an opportunity coming up for you. It feels like you're trusting in your instincts to make a choice, and that the rejection that you have been towards certain people, certain job opportunities or whatever, is because it's just not right for you. And the Four of Wands feels a little bit like it's leading you towards success. And that could be your patience is going, do you know what? Really want to dive into that temptation right now because, you know, what if something else doesn't come up or whatever? It's like, I'd rather be where I am right now and not move forward by choice than to be in something that's just going to bring chaos into my life. That's what it feels like. And maybe that's all that glitches, is that you're really recognizing, again, like what really is valuable to you. And it's not just what everyone else wants, like money or whatever. So I like that. All right, so you're already doing what we said you're doing. And again, Two of Cups and Eight of Pentacles says that the right thing is going to come in. All right, anything else for you guys during this week? I'm going to clarify the octopus soon if it doesn't come up, by the way, and all the other cards to see what's going on, please, for Aquarius. Right, the Hierophant is here, commitments, and Ace of Cups. Now, I'm not sure if this is reversed or not, but this could be really good for marriage and commitments. And that could even be in work, right? Commitments to doing what you love. Ace of Cups, sorry. Let's clarify. Why is the Hierophant here? Ace of Cups again. And the Chariot. So that's about your love life moving forward, by the way. So someone new could be coming in, and if it is someone new, then you're going to get married to this person if you want, or again, move with this person, or make a deeper level of commitment. Ace of Cups, Chariot. And again, that could be about you chasing your dreams and committing to that. And this is a brand new emotional journey for you. So love, peace, commitment, determination with the Chariot, chasing your dreams and goals, trusting and having faith with the Hierophant. It's all about faith. And the Ace of Cups again, can I clarify that? Four of Pentacles, so this tells me you're opening up your heart. And the Lovers being here could again be definitely choosing that maybe someone's coming in for you who's new. And if you're in a relationship again, you guys could have been stubborn. And it does feel a bit like a love relationship's going to move forward more boldly, right? With a balance, of course, understanding your differences are what's going to help you move forward. But you need to have the same idea, right? You need to have the same goal to move forward in the same direction. Otherwise, we're just going to... Communication's key, for sure, in relationships during this week for you guys, Aquarius. And that could be business commitments too, like whatever it is, where there's other people involved. You might be very different to each other, and it might be very important to have, again, those healthy boundaries. You don't need to become the same person. You just need to have the same vision and to do it in your own ways, however that relates to you. So Four of Pentacles about letting go of stubbornness, opening a heart, right? Being more vulnerable and open. Okay. What else? It's a new emotional experience for you guys for sure, and definitely one in general for you guys in terms of having more faith and love, especially for spirit too. It's like a lot more trust. When the Hierophant comes in with the Ace of Cups, it feels like a spiritual experience coming up for you guys. That's going to take you towards your dreams and goals. All right, anything else for Aquarius during this week? Oh, okay, well, okay, you got a lot. So you have these two together. So the Wild card and the Knight of Pentacles suggest that there is an opportunity coming up here in your career, in your finances, or in you investing in yourself. All right, because this kind of jumped on top of all that glitters, self-development, that kind of stuff, and making progress. And the Wild again is about new things. Maybe some of you will get like a travel opportunity when the Wild is here, but it can also be just a new way of being, right? Ending of old cycles and starting something new and being more grounded. Then you have the Ace of Wands, which is an idea, and the Three of Cups, which is about celebration over this. So whatever you have, whatever ideas you have, write them down, because it is going to lead you towards success and celebration during this week. Okay. I'm out of breath. What's going on? Okay. So I'm going to go in and clarify the oracles for you, because I want to see, where is forgiveness? Why is forgiveness here? Two of Wands. So forgiveness somehow is going to help you with expanding your life. Maybe that means that you're going to start a new journey after you've let go and forgive or understand something. but it also kind of relates to the fork in the road. So let's clarify the fork in the road then. Why is fork in the road here for Aquarius? Maybe it's going to open a new door for you. Fork in the road is about making a decision. So how is that related to forgiveness? One more for forgiveness. Why is this here, or what does Aquarius need to forgive? Judgment. That's about truth, surrender, and just letting something go. And the Six of Cups being about the past. So you need to let go of the past. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Call your power back, heal from it, basically, is what it's saying. So you will then be led with a decision of where you're going to go next. Let's see. Why is the fork in the road here? The Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles comes in when we might have reached a peak, and it might not be the peak that we're desiring, right? We might want a bit more money, or we might feel like we want a bit more stability. Ultimately, the aim is the Ten of Pentacles, right? So you're needing to make a decision here, but what direction you're going to go in to level up, I guess, in terms of your work, your career, or progress in your life. Any advice about this decision? Justice. Interesting. Could be about a new contract. Could be about taking a legal route. Now, justice is, of course, about balance. So, and truth. So, it's very likely Spirit is asking for your balance, you to be balanced, and for you to do something that's fair. Whatever that means to you guys. It does feel like a contract. Okay, and discovery. Now this is about yourself, so let's not go running away from things. Where have you been self-sabotaging? Where have you been not taking things seriously, or beating around the bush, procrastinating? Where have you been a bit sneaky, or where have you been neglecting yourself, right? When we think about the Seven of Swords as someone who's not doing so, not being very nice to you, or going behind your back and stuff like that, I almost want you to see, act like you're in a relationship with yourself. Would you really talk to yourself that way if it was a child that you were speaking to, or if it was a lover that you were speaking to, right? You wouldn't. Or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Maybe you're just getting in your own way of success and you would never do that to anyone else. So why are you doing it to yourself? That kind of thing. Three of Swords. Maybe you've been running away from actually addressing some sort of inner pain. Maybe that's around finances. Maybe that's around your stability. One more for self-discovery, and just clarify that Seven of Swords in your energy of discovery, because it's base chakra, it's identity. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here in terms of discovery? Queen of Swords, which is about placing boundaries. You know, what I was sensing is like, maybe this is a part of that forgiveness then, because it's like, let's say you were in a toxic relationship with someone, and it's like, you're wondering to yourself, why did I do that, or whatever. The Queen of Swords is almost like maybe you didn't have boundaries. So in a way, how can I say this? Like a bit of a mirror. I'm not saying you deserved it, because you didn't, by the way. But maybe it's a really good reflection point of, why did I allow that to happen, right? And of course, there's a message behind that. Usually our behavior is based on how we grew up and what we believe is safe. Even if it's not, it depends on your upbringing or whatever. So it could be a really good reflection moment of maybe where you lacked boundaries or lacked self-love. That's why maybe someone mistreated you, because maybe you were mistreating yourself by still choosing that person, right? It's that kind of reflection. And again, I don't want to, life is a bit of a mirror sometimes, but it can be very triggering if I don't explain it very well. But I hope that with that little explanation, it makes a bit more sense. And that's where we're needing to forgive. So maybe that forgiveness is not even about people of the past. It's about how you dealt with it. And I'm not blaming you. Again, I just want to reiterate that it's not your fault. Okay, not your fault at all. But they are really good reflection moments of, okay, like, what can I learn? Coming from a very clear perspective, okay? Where have I denied myself? Okay, or where have I cheated myself? Where have I walked away from myself, right? It's that kind of energy, because this is all around self-discovery. Okay, those are questions to ask. Now let's look at the octopus. Why is the octopus here in the weekly reading? I'm so out of breath. Oh, Five of Cups reversed. Now, Five of Cups is about disappointment and focusing on dwelling. Why is the octopus here? Eight of Pentacles. So that's nice. When we think of an octopus and hard work, it's like doing all these things. So I wonder if that spirit's... Okay, what can I say about that? Let me just read it back out the book so I can reflect over the words. I think it's important. Because I feel like with the Five of Cups, it's like no longer like engaging in like emotional octopus, which is lacking healthy boundaries, and maybe sharing your own, like, I don't know, maybe you need to get something off your chest. I don't know what it is. Like, if there's something that you feel like you need to speak about that's more about the disappointments in life, then really addressing that's going to be important, because the octopus can be really good for work and progress and multitasking. If you think about an octopus, it looks great for that. So why is the Five of Cups reversed? I feel like it's just a lack of dwelling and to start doing. Why is the octopus here with the Five of Cups reversed? The Four of Swords, so about healing. That's what I was feeling. It's like directing this energy into something that's healthier for you. Healing from your past disappointments, where you may have lacked healthy boundaries or whatever it is. Anything else about the octopus? Like, I'm so out of breath. I feel like it's just because I'm talking so much. Yeah, so I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups reversed, I feel like it is about like turning the tides a little bit about how you've been showing up in terms of your emotions and your emotional wall, because the Queen of Cups is highly sensitive, very intuitive, very kind, very caring. But when she's in reverse, she can be, you know, lacking boundaries, emotional boundaries. So that might mean that people can just kind of walk all over you kind of vibe, and you struggle to say no. Or I was saying this to someone else who also had the Queen of Cups reverse, where it was like a little bit like not having the power and addressing your emotions and your anger, where, okay, no, I don't want to do that, and asserting yourself there. So instead it builds resentment. You know, I feel like the Queen of Cups there is resentment, and it's those kind of feelings where we didn't express ourselves, and the feelings that arise here because you were too kind or too nice or passive. So in an amazing way, you're very, very beautiful, you have an amazing heart, and you're super sensitive and emotional in such an amazing way. But sometimes you don't see that as a power. It's become a weakness because other people have taken advantage of it, for example. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't trust your intuition, for example. Or I just feel a little bit like there's something there. So the Wheel of Fortune is great because it's spinning. So I see that card can spin where you have healthy boundaries, where you have a lot of love and care for people. But when they start overstepping some boundaries, you're able to say, do you know what? I love you, but no, we're not going to do that because it's disrespectful to me. Or, you know, because the octopus again could just be that people just come to you and just share everything that's gone wrong with their life, and it makes you feel drained. And you're too kind to say no, or to say, this is affecting me emotionally. So the Queen of Cups I always see is like leaking. I don't know, it's like a cup that's leaking. So like you can never be fulfilled or happy or gain your energy back because it's just, there's holes. I don't know. So maybe a really good time to look within, as we've been saying here. But anyway, I've been confusing you for about 23 minutes now. So let me know in the comment section if it makes any sense to you, Aquarius, if it resonates in whatever way. Let me know. And if you enjoy, make sure you guys like and subscribe. But aside from all of that, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.